Good evening. Welcome to What's New. Tonight we have the cast of You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown. So Christian is the director, and you can start talking about it. We have Brad and Allie and Loopy and Bunny and
Name.
Nami and
Ignatius.
Ignatius.
Yep.
So you can start talking about your production.
Where should I start? Well, I was actually thinking about earlier that it's kind of come full circle for me today because the very first play we did 5 years ago, it's kind of an anniversary year for me, was Nobody is Perfect. And I couldn't get people to audition. I begged Allie's two kids to be, I begged Allie to allow her two kids to be in it. And one little girl showed up for the audition, and I begged her mom to be in it. And then my boys begged a friend of theirs to be in it, and so it was basically my kids and these, yeah.
But it turned out nice anyway. That's
Yeah.
the one that was at the Welcome Center, correct?
No, this one was at the Oris.
Oh, at the Oars, that's right. What was the one at the Welcome Center?
That one was Waiting for Godot.
Oh, okay.
But this time I decided to cut to the chase and cast my kids right from the get-go. It's kind of, I don't know what the exact word is.
I've been calling it a farewell tour.
No, well, I mean, when no one shows up for auditions,
The fail-safe.
it's kind of a bummer. So, but hopefully the theater will continue to grow, and I'm hoping that when people see my productions, they're like, hey, that looks like fun. I'd like to get involved with that, and I'm hoping that we'll have more and more people interested in audition and volunteer to work backstage. So that's my first thought when I was thinking about this today, is mentioning that very first play, which is near and dear to my heart.
So you directed one in Kansas City, was it?
Oh, yeah.
You can talk about that too.
Okay.
That'll
I don't know
help.
if people are too interested in that, but that was pretty cool. My husband, Mark Chibity, his old director from his college days contacted him and said, hey, somebody wants me to do a play on indigenous, Native Americans, and I'm a little out of my depth here. Can you come up with a play? And my husband said, well, I don't write, but my wife does. I'm like, what? Because I wrote the Audubon play, but I was like, well, sure, because I love to write. And I wrote up this little play because I was very limited. He said it's got to be less than a half an hour. So I was just given some points to hit and put them all in one tight little script. And it was really fun because we went up, was it last week? Lupe was in it. We went up on a Monday and we read through the script Monday, and then we rehearsed it Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And we're talking, it was a musical with instruments, and we wrote the music for it right on the spot. 3 days of rehearsal, and then we performed it Thursday and Friday. And it was just such a...
How long was it?
It ended up being 22 minutes. And it felt just like summer camp because we lived on the campus. We were living at Haskell Indian Nations University. And, it was Mark and Lupe and I living in this dorm room. And we had our meals in the dining hall. And then we spent all day outside. I got pretty sunburned. Lupe got very dark. And, and it was just neat. The director, he came up with this during the lockdown. He still wanted to do plays, so he inherited this pickup truck from his father-in-law, and he didn't know what to do with it. So a friend of his built a stage on it, a platform, and I saw that. I'm like, that's a good idea. Because anyone know of a theater out there? I need a theater. Anyway, he built this.
Could you drive the truck?
Yeah,
And it was just a
he would
stage
never
attached
drive
to
it any lengthy distance. But yeah, it could be moved. And the sides kind of opened up, and then there was a little bit on the end, and it was just a little dinky stage, perfect for a small production. And the guy that made it built onto it a nice little ladder that you can make entrances. Lupe leaped off of it at one point. She played a buffalo leaping over the cliff, which was very scary. I was supposed to do it, and I was like, no. Anyway, it was so cool. It was a great experience, and I just kind of fell into that one. But that was neat. I was able to do that because of the Audubon play, which brings me to this guy over here, who's I affectionately call him JJ, John James Audubon. And it was all because of that play that I got to do this play. And then they wrote that cool article, and it was just kind of neat how it kind of all blossomed from the Audubon play. I call it the Audubon play because I feel like that's how people refer to it.
I think
Hope is
they
a
do.
shy bird is a much more poetic name.
And also there on the 24th, there is the, I guess around town, that's the theme, is the indigenous people.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, so maybe you
yeah.
could get a little stage on a truck and
Yeah.
So that's like next weekend?
reproduce it, pardon.
Next weekend?
It's, yeah,
Week from
next
Saturday.
weekend.
I don't know. I don't think I could reproduce it unless I got a hold of some
Oh.
Native Americans because
It's-
in fact, I got into a little bit of hot water being a white person writing this play.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, there was one Native American that the director consulted, and she got a little ticked off that I was the writer.
Oh my
But, I
goodness.
mean, we should say that, like, you talked to the director as you were writing it, and you talked to your husband as you wrote it, and it was a very collaborative process. It
Yeah,
wasn't,
they told me what needed to be in
Yeah.
it, and I just made it
Put
into a
it together.
story.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, Donna Roush is going to give a talk,
Mm.
and
I
she's
think-
Chickasaw.
We-
I think
Yeah.
we are going to be involved in that.
Yeah.
We're supposed to talk about, we're supposed to talk about Native Americans living in, not Native, obviously, 100% German, Native Americans and their experience living in white culture and how my family sprinkles
Oh,
in
yes.
Native
Yep.
American elements
Yep.
into their family life.
I remember this. It's in my calendar.
Yeah, we were contacted to do that.
Oh, good,
Yeah.
that's great.
I think that's the same event.
Okay. It probably, I mean, it is if Donna is involved in it.
Yeah, but I would love to do that play. It's called The Return, by the way, but it very heavily leans on having Native American actors. It would be very inappropriate
No.
if you had anybody else doing it.
So
Maybe
who's
Donna
Charlie
could
Brown?
come up with some, yeah, maybe
Yeah, so-
Donna could come up with
Well, why
enough.
don't you all just introduce your parts? By the way, it's kind of cool that you have one extra seat here. That's the other person in our play couldn't make it because he's currently working at the opera company out of Webster University. But that's our son Lucian, and he plays Snoopy, the hyperactive, very gregarious and self-assured character. I don't know how he got that part.
Oh my.
So yeah, I want to mention him since he couldn't make it tonight. But go ahead.
Yeah, we'll go around the table.
Okay, you can talk about anything you want about the play or about anything, really. Don't matter.
Hi, my name is Ignatius Chibity, and I play Charlie Brown.
Hi, Charlie Brown.
Hi, Charlie.
Hi, Charlie.
All right, you're up.
That's it. What do you like about the play?
I like the dances.
Funny you should
like
say
the
that because he
only
doesn't have to
one.
dance
Yeah.
at all,
He's
practically.
the only one who doesn't dance.
That was a purposeful
Well, yeah, Charlie Brown
choice.
doesn't dance.
He can admire our
Yeah.
dances.
Yeah.
So you like the dances? This is news to me. That's cool.
I don't get to see him all that often, but Nami's got some pretty fancy footwork on Blanket and me.
Yep. I play Linus, and yeah, I have a solo song and dance where I do a soft shoe. It's really fun to do that, and it's really nice playing Linus because I get to like have a moment with everybody in the show. I think.
You have, I think you have the hardest lines.
Oh, yeah, that's true. 'Cause-
Every single line is philosophy.
yeah,
Yeah, I think he's very well cast too because his profession is a librarian, and Linus is all about being the intellectual, and that fits
Yeah.
him very well.
yeah. I mean, if anybody knows the Christmas special where Linus can just quote the gospel right off the bat like that, there's a lot of those lines that are very well thought out and like methodical and
He's a big know-it-all.
yeah. So yeah, those are tough lines, but it's fun to say them once you have them memorized.
Oh, I'm playing Lucy, which means just that I yell a lot. And I'd say that's my,
Defining characteristic.
yeah, I was gonna say the biggest challenge, but it comes naturally for me. Everybody's always telling me how loud I am.
Yeah.
So that's nice that I don't have to work on that.
Yeah, she'll be right next to you yelling. I'm like, I'm right here.
I think that, and I really enjoy everybody's work in the play, but I think that Bunny is just the most entertaining part of the whole show. I think she's really awesome.
I think I am.
I take disagreements.
Yeah, Lucy, you would think Charlie Brown is the lead, but truth be told, you've got the lead. She appears in, I think, every scene
Yeah,
except maybe
she's
one.
on stage for like 80% of the time.
Yeah.
90%.
Because when she's not
The
talking
only-
to Charlie
the
Brown,
only
she's
two-
talking to Linus. And
The
when she's
only
not,
two scenes that I'm not in are 2 songs.
Mm,
Yeah.
But I'm in every single other scene.
Yeah.
yeah, it's a very demanding part and very exhausting part because, as she said, she's very emotional throughout and engaged with everybody with very high emotion.
And like in the shorts and in the comic strip, Lucy is a very static character, right? She's just kind of fills the same role over and over. But in this play,
She has a nice little arc.
she has a character arc. Right? There's growth that happens throughout the show, so that's going to be really engaging to see if you've never experienced the show before. Who do you play?
I play Patty.
Not Peppermint. Stole your thunder.
Yeah.
Come on.
All right, say it again.
I play Patty, not to be confused with Peppermint Patty, just the now a background character of the comic strip. Yeah,
If you're a big fan of the comic, it's the girl with the green plaid. She wears a lot.
Yeah, there's Lucy's 2 friends, Violet and Patty,
Yeah.
and she's Patty. So it's just kind of like that, the other one, you know. My 2 defining character traits are I'm an airhead, and for this play, I skip a lot.
Now tell us about the character you play.
No.
She's an ass.
Got it.
No, did you get the
I think she fits
Yeah.
her part. I came up with a word the other day when I was thinking about how they all fit their parts. Is Patty is very whimsical in the same way that you are. You don't take things seriously. You're very even keel, and you look at life sort of like, I don't know, sweet little butterfly. I see that in Patty a lot.
But you hate rabbits.
Yeah.
You don't-
It's the thrill of the chase. It's not the rabbit itself.
That's
That's an inside
Inside
reference
joke
in the
for
play.
now.
To pique your interest.
What do you like about being in the play?
Well, I mean, off stage, I like joking with everyone. But in part of the play, just all the stupid lines I say, but I feel like I would say in that context.
That's cool.
I very much relate to the character.
Should we skip to Brad and then talk to Allie for a moment?
Sure. Yeah, I play Schroeder, piano playing blonde boy, hence the hair. Decided to go all in on that one.
Yeah. He dyed it himself.
Yeah, no. My wife did it. She did a really good job.
He
I will
said he
say.
wanted to go full Daniel Day-Lewis.
Yes, yes. Hopefully I achieved that. And I'm actually curious why you chose me for this part.
Well, you're so good.
Well,
Well, obviously,
Other than
Among all the characters that he
Yeah.
played.
Schroeder is, Lucy is very much in love with Schroeder, so I needed a very good-looking, kind of enigmatic guy. Obviously, he couldn't be in the family, because that would be weird. And you're very talented and very good-looking, and I don't know, you have that kind of dignity that Schroeder has, and you were available, and you said yes.
Most
Main thing.
importantly, yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
you
curious.
fit the part very well.
Yeah, I think we all do. I think it was just
Very well
perfect.
cast,
Yeah,
yeah.
very
Like-
well cast.
You like when you see the cast list, if you are coming in outside of the bubble, you're like, oh, it's all Chibities.
Yeah, it does not look good on paper.
But if you watch, you're like, wow, that person's well cast and that person's
Yeah.
well cast, and it's a good show. I'm very excited for people to see
Yeah,
it.
I
Yeah,
can't wait
I
to
think
do
when
it.
Allie saw it the first time, she said, I didn't know you gave birth to the Peanuts gang.
it helps that we all look different from each other.
Yeah, that's true.
The
Different
true,
enough.
the true secret ingredient of the St. Genevieve Theater Guild, nepotism.
Oh, I was searching for that word. Yeah, but somebody might have mentioned it. I'm sort of capturing lightning in a bottle here. They're all going their separate ways. Next summer, they'll.
What does nepotism mean?
Hiring your family to do the job.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
it? Okay.
Yeah.
Special
Yeah.
treatment for your
Yeah.
family.
Yeah.
But these two girls are moving out
Because
next summer,
it's
so.
used for illegality in like public office.
But yeah, that's what I meant by that. This is a farewell tour because I live in Jefferson County. Nacius is moving around, and
DeSoto,
Jefferson County.
Lucian is moving to St. Louis.
Jefferson County.
Well, yeah, but what I'm
Everyone's
saying is
going
like,
to Jeffco.
we all have long commutes now. It has been very difficult to schedule practices for this play.
Been a nightmare because of that guy.
Yeah, more and more of Mrs. Chivity's children are moving out or coming into new commitments.
Getting jobs.
So
Two of them just got engaged. Two of them are married.
yeah, so there's a lot of life happening. So we're very happy to be coming back to do this really great show that everybody is performing well with. But after this, it's going to be, a calling card for St. Genevieve to make a guild out of St. Genevieve.
Yeah.
Because the director won't be able to lean on us anymore.
Boo.
So
Unless she
Hopefully I
does.
won't need to.
yeah. So what have you been doing to help with the show?
I don't feel like I've just been videoing and then trying to post some videos and get the word out in the community.
Yeah, she's our
Yeah.
big publicity.
I
hound.
heard you say you were making a post a day about the show, and that takes a lot of dedication.
It does.
as you know.
Trying,
You're
Yeah.
making
yeah.
a post a day?
Yeah,
Hi.
she is. Yeah, she's
Yes,
doing a good job.
I feel like I'm annoying, but I'm like, oh,
No.
just want to hear
No,
about
you're
this one
not
more time.
annoying.
And if you've seen
It's
a
a good
poster
reminder.
downtown, that was her. She
Yeah.
put all those posters up. She was handing out little
The
cards.
little things, little cards, yeah.
Those are cute. Those are nicer than the ones that you first made.
Yeah, well, she did that. She
Yeah.
made those.
Yeah.
She
You
made the
made those.
poster.
Okay.
Yeah, I made those other ones.
Well, they're okay.
I don't know what I'm doing.
I didn't say they were.
Oh, no,
No, I
I thought
totally
they were
agree.
kind of
Those
cute
are,
with all
that's,
the people on them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but yeah,
They were
it's,
cute with all the people.
yeah, but
But
that,
this one is brighter.
it's polished.
Yeah.
It,
you know what it is.
Ally says it, well, why did you make it that way?
Well, I just went online and was searching to see, because this is a very popular play and performance, so there's lots of different things that people have done. There's several exactly, so it wasn't like I did anything too unique, but I felt like the black and the yellow just really
Pop.
captures, and it's kind of like minimal and kind of artsy, and like, is this for kids or is it just for adults? It kind of has like,
Yeah, I
You
know what
know,
you mean.
yeah.
It appeals to all ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is for all ages, absolutely. I mean, the first time I saw the play, I was just laughing so hard. It's so entertaining.
It's
And I
very,
think
very
it's-
wholesome.
It is. It's wholesome. It's funny. And your generation grew up with Charlie Brown. Our generation grew up with Charlie Brown. These kids. I mean, it's really
Universal.
touches all of our
Right.
childhood from
Well,
And plus, Ally, when you see the stage, I think if there's an element on the stage that'll blow everybody away. I stare at
Yeah.
the doghouse that Ally and her husband Brett made, and their daughter Saoirse helped with. It's an amazing piece of architecture. I don't know exactly what
And
to
it
call
could be on Broadway, it's so good.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
it is
For sure.
fantastic.
When you look
Wow.
at it,
Yeah.
like we took a video to capture things to see how things look. It looks like a still image. Like
Yeah,
it looks
yeah.
like
It
a
looks
poster.
2D.
It
Yeah.
looks like it's from the cartoon.
And that's
Yeah.
the way she painted it.
yeah,
It's
it's
like
very
a cartoon
exciting.
from all angles.
Yeah,
That's cool.
it is so cool.
And then Brett built in like steps in the back
Yeah.
to be able to jump on
That's our
top of
trade
it.
secret.
But yeah, we should talk about Brett.
Yeah, I was just about to say.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Oh, okay. Well, Brett is the mastermind behind all of the technical stuff. I mean, just yesterday, I was having a little panic attack because all my sound cues are on my laptop and it has to be hooked up to the board in the Valley Gym, and we couldn't get it to work, and he fiddled and fiddled, and then boom, we had sound, and I was like, I should kiss you, but that'd be weird. Yeah, he's so good with all that stuff. He transformed the stage again. It is, Ally thinks it looks like
Oh, it's
Broadway
awesome.
with all
He got
the
all those
lights.
footlights.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nancy, it has the tracks and like mats and stuff, and Nancy Fisher told me, no, there's lights under here and they work. And so that gave us hope, and
Yeah.
Brett pulled up all the mats, and then there was tracking that he had to pull up, and then he popped up all the lights and got all of them working, and it really adds so much when you
Oh,
have,
definitely.
yeah.
Makes it look more cartoony, I think.
Oh, it's amazing.
This
Yeah.
play has been performed since 1967, and the lights are probably from around that time.
Oh, yeah.
They're
these-
probably earlier.
Yeah, these are vintage lights,
Yeah.
and they really bring an old school magic that
They
it's
may
gonna
have
really-
been there when I was in school.
Maybe.
In the 50s.
I'm
think it's
telling
from
you,
the
they're-
50s,
it's
yeah,
very
you're right.
exciting to be performing with them because it feels very very old school, very dynamic, really.
Fits with old Charlie Brown.
Yeah, you know, Charlie Brown is timeless, and these lights are really.
Which
you
brings
know,
us to
from a
Father
different time.
Nemeth. I want to thank Father Nemeth for letting us use this amazing stage. It's a godsend, literally. You know, I'm homeless, as I've already mentioned.
Not actually.
Well, you know, it's a good thing that the school's used,
Yeah.
you know, and
Well, I
tax.
was told no one uses that stage anymore for theater, so it's nice to
No,
bring
they
it back
have
to
them,
life.
they have them over at Duberg
Right.
up
Yep.
in the upstairs.
And we don't want to, you know, step on
Infringe
anybody's
on that.
toes over there. So this is great. We
I think
reinvigorate
it's
the
great that you
space.
get to use it.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Now, I should say that one of the biggest criticisms from the Audubon play was that there were some issues hearing some of the dialogue. And we've really been thinking about that a lot in performing again on this stage. And so as we were rehearsing, we made sure that we were really practicing projection, making sure that
Good.
the actors are heard. But in addition to that, the Theater Guild purchased brand new microphones.
Oh,
And so you'll be able to hear everything
Yay.
from anywhere in
Oh,
the
yeah.
gym.
They're
It's,
very
and
strong.
I'm a little hard hearing, so I better hear.
Yeah.
You're gonna hear Lucy, don't worry about it.
yeah, but it will be a very great experience coming to the show if anybody was worried about that.
Yeah. Tips for the dialogue are louder, slower, clearer.
That's good. Yeah.
The second critique that we had with Audubon was that the gym was very cold. The temperature was set for what they would typically do a game with lots of people and athletes.
Yeah,
And it was, and that's what, I heard that from so many people. They were freezing. and-
freezing.
Do
I
you
don't remember if I was cold or not.
I remember that.
Yeah, it
A
was
lot of
cool in
people
there.
said that.
So.
And now we can't get the AC on.
No, the AC will be on for the show. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Anything else?
I've been thoroughly enjoying putting on this play with my children and Brad, my adopted son. And I will treasure these memories till the day I die and beyond, probably.
So come see it, please.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I told all the art girl, we had a meeting last night, so I said, everybody needs to come.
thank
You got two chances, at 7 Saturday night and 3 Sunday afternoon. So I think it's been pretty well advertised.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
hope so.
I think people are
so.
very aware of it.
I've heard from quite a few people that they're coming.
Good.
I felt a little weird about like the price point for the tickets, but someone said to me the other day that like at $15, most fast food places these days, like you go to Burger King and grab a Whopper meal, that's going to be $12.
True.
So
I
would you
I had a
like?
sandwich and fries yesterday at Ciro's and it was was it 17?
I think
So
so.
I had drink too.
Uh-huh.
So,
Yeah, that's an excellent point.
Yeah.
So like, what are you gonna have, like a meal? Like,
Or
it's
like-
like, it's equivalent to what you drop on a meal to
Right.
go see
Yeah.
a show.
Right.
So I think that makes it a good deal.
Another thing to consider why we set the price we did. This is a very, I don't know if this is taboo to mention this or not, but getting the rights to this particular play, a little pricey. I mean, I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah.
This is a very expensive play to buy the rights to.
Well, let's put it into perspective, right? We are not necessarily a private theater, we're a public theater for St. Genevieve, but we're very grassroots, right?
Is that the word?
We started with literally nothing. We adapted a book for our first play. We reached out for rights, and that was its own thing. And then for our second show, it was another original play. It was The Christmas Pageant. It was wonderful. And then there was Waiting for Godot. I might have been in between.
Yeah, we had to pay for that one.
Waiting for
But it
Godot.
was not nearly the
Yeah.
price. This was like 3 times more expensive
Yeah,
than Waiting for
because
Godot.
Waiting for Godot is an established play, but it's a smaller play.
It's not a musical.
It's not a musical, right? So we've been building up, and now this is probably our biggest profile show that the Theater Guild has ever done.
Yeah, it's like something that people actually be like, oh, I know that.
Yeah. So from coming from original plays that are very inexpensive to acquire,
Audubon
right?
was free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing, is Audubon was original, right? And these plays are getting bigger and bigger, and in turn, the audience for each show has grown,
Grown.
which is encouraging.
It's word
That's
of
what
mouth.
I was thinking.
Yeah.
I think Audubon was really good. It got a lot of
Yeah.
people to know, like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a theater
Yeah,
guild.
yeah, our reputation has increased with each production. So now we're, hopefully, our fingers are crossed, at a point where we can put on some great shows. So if you've ever wanted to be a part of productions like, and I'm just throwing titles out, The Little Mermaid, or
1776.
1776,
that'd be
any of these really famous, like, high-profile musicals, you know.
awesome. I'd love to do Miracle Worker.
Yeah, so like, we are in theory at a point where we can be putting on really great productions. But again, we're going to need
A lot of support.
we're going to need a lot of support. We're going to need a lot of attendance. So come see the show, and then after that, we're going to need people who want to get involved. So
A lot of volunteers.
this is going to be a really great party this weekend.
And
So
maybe it would be a good idea to contact the schools and see who were the main players in the performances they put on,
Yeah.
and contact them personally
I've
and
always
say,
been a
would you like to join
our?
our?
Because I don't want to step on people's toes, you know?
Yeah.
I don't want to steal their actors and, I don't
You
know.
wouldn't-
I don't know the
You wouldn't really be
politics of
stealing them
that.
because they've already done it and most of them have graduated.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's how we
Yeah.
got Nathaniel, when nobody is perfect.
Yeah,
He had
'cause-
just graduated.
Yeah, and he had acted in St. Genevieve high school plays before. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yes, yeah.
The Palmer boys are great.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
They're really good.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a ton of talent out there.
Oh, there is,
Yeah.
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 All the high
I'd love
school
to direct
plays
them.
are good, Valley and St. John.
Yeah.
They're all
I've been to
great.
them. They're good. I'm
And
really,
maybe just contact the schools and say, we need actors
Yeah.
for
but
plays,
it's,
who would like to do it?
but it's not just actors of a certain age range. If anybody remembers Audubon, that was a very diverse play in terms of
Right.
ages. We had all kinds of people up on there, and a
Right.
community theater is built by its community. So
So I just want to say, if anyone's out there and they want to be involved, go to Facebook, follow the St. Genevieve Theater Guild
Yeah.
page, send us a message.
Make suggestions on what you want to
Yeah.
see.
Right, yeah, give us ideas, whatever, and send us your name and number, and we'll put you on the list to
Yeah,
contact
because
them.
Yeah.
there's a lot of people don't even know you guys exist.
yeah,
Yeah.
even still.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
and if you could get like Farmington and all the close Perryville.
Yeah, I had an
all the
actor from, was
surrounding
she from
area.
Perryville?
I think she was from Perryville.
Yeah, I
Like
had an actor in
Audubon land.
Audubon, come every day from Perryville. She was
Yeah.
very reliable.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
'Cause
we'll,
this is a form of art too, and St. John is an artsy town.
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that's why I think people should, that are capable. When I was in school, I was told, you can direct.
Yeah, back in
Yeah,
2018 when I
My memory would
started
not
it,
have
I was like,
handled all that.
there's that great band concerts in the summertime, and the art guild is so prominent.
yeah,
I thought, where's the theater? Those are the three prongs of art,
Right.
you know, music, art, and theater. So, kind of stepped in there while all I could. I was like, I better start the theater guild before somebody else does. A little naive.
And here it is.
Yeah.
yep.
And Ally helped me to do that, so thank you, Ally.
You're welcome. It's an honor.
Well, we have to go to practice. We have
Yep.
another run-through tonight.
We're tightening it up for you guys.
Yeah. So tonight we'll just have a short show. And thank you guys for all showing up. You don't want to sing a little bit or do a little bit of whatever?
There
Or would you
is,
rather not?
there is a trailer that has been
Oh, good
posted.
point.
I don't know, maybe it can be shared through your channels at some point.
Can
But
we
if
play it
anybody's
right
curious, you can find the trailer. It's about a minute long on our Facebook.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
It
St.
is.
John Theater Guild
Yeah.
on YouTube.
It's a great snapshot. Of
Oh, and it's on our Facebook page too.
Yeah, it is on
Ally
our
put it
Facebook.
up there today.
And your Facebook page is
St.
Gen-
Genevieve Theater Guild.
St. Genevieve, spelled out?
Yep.
Theater
And
Guild.
by the way, Lucian made the trailer.
Okay.
That's
Hi,
his,
Lucian.
yeah, that's his profession. He graduated with a degree in film editing.
Okay.
Okay, well, thanks for having us on.
Yeah,
you
thanks
very
for
much.
having us on.
Well, I'm glad you came.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice to promote what's going on in St. John. That's for sure.
Everybody out there listening, tell all your family and friends, and come see our great show.
Right. And another one, you could ask Christine and Ronnie Rayfield, Christine Dorn and Ronnie Rayfield. They got 1 million followers.
Oh, Justine.
Justine, what did I
Justine.
call her?
Christine.
Oh,
Close.
Christine.
Yeah,
Close.
Justine
Pretty
and
much
Ron.
close, yeah. Yes, they do.
They
And
do
I think
Early
Candy,
American?
yeah.
Have you had them on the show?
Yes, and
Yeah.
Candy,
Yep.
Mc,
You're down at
Meg.
Sassafras.
yeah, McFerrin. Yeah, she's got a lot of followers because they set her up.
Yeah,
Cool,
Yeah.
like a spinoff, you know, you have a big YouTube channel, and
No, okay.
got it.
so, yeah.
Yeah. Might be good to say, plug us, yeah.
Yeah, that's a great
Well, if it
idea.
was Audubon, it really fits in. I think they came to the Audubon play, actually.
Nice.
Yeah.
Thank you, Iris.
Thank
Well,
you.
thank you guys for coming.
You're welcome.
Okay. And so, if you want to wait just a couple minutes to
Sure.
leave. Okay, the Art Guild is having an event this weekend also, the weekend of the 24th. And that's next weekend, not
Yeah,
this
next
weekend,
weekend.
next weekend. There's going to be talks and a lot of stuff going on in town, so be sure to come around and find all the outlets that are there. The Art Guild's changed out their display. And Jean and all the other artists down on Main Street. And Sam does marvelous art. She's doing the pour, and they are beautiful. So that'd be another place. And Sycamore, I don't know if they're going to make it open or not. Hopefully they are by then. But and then I don't want to leave anybody out. So we've got the Myers and what's it called down there? European Entitlements.
Oh.
They have art in theirs also. And Sam, and then Sam's got like 3 places down there, I think. She does metal. She has a gallery that's got all kind of stuff in it. Christine's got Music, Art, and Love. And that's another place to hang out on Fridays and Tuesdays. They have writers group, and there's all kind of activities. So everybody should find something to do in St. Genevieve. So, okay, we'll make our show short tonight. So thanks again for coming on, and We're gone, Charlie. Not Charlie Brown.
Not this Charlie, that Charlie.
The other Charlie. Yeah.